score. Today is Monday, the 5th of July. We just finished our 4th of July celebration, and now we're into the second half of 2021. The topic I want to talk about today is checklist. Do you have a checklist that you go through every day? Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a written down checklist and on a piece of paper that you actually check things off. It could be things that you do habitually to check on every day. For example, it might be checking on the weather. You want to know how you need to dress that day, if you should expect rain or cold weather, or it's going to be real hot. Whatever it is, you want to know what it is, so you check the weather. Now that's a good thing to check. There's nothing you can do about it. Like I say, everybody talks about the weather, but nobody can do anything about it. Some people check the stock market. You want to know how your stocks are doing, your investments. You might have a way to pull it up real quick on the computer. You might need to go buy a newspaper. However you do it, you check to see how you're doing, and that makes you feel pretty good if your stocks are up, and it can kind of depress you if your stocks are down. Again, that's another thing that we like to know about, but we really can't do anything about it. It's kind of like the weather in that way. Third thing that people like to check are sports scores. You have a favorite team or a couple teams that you're following, and you want to know how they did. And maybe you didn't stay up late enough to watch the final results on TV, and so you want to check. So you go on the internet and you pull up ESPN and you check for your sports scores and see how your teams did. Just like the weather and the stock market, you don't have a lot of control over that. It might be great, it might be bad, but you don't really have much control about it. What I'd really like to talk about today are things that we can check that we really can do something about. If you're concerned about your weight, and most people one way or another are concerned that they're maybe gotten a little bit overweight. During the pandemic, a lot of people overate, and now they're trying to get it off, especially now that it's summertime and with the warm weather and going to the beach, and it might be nice to keep your weight down a little bit. So you might want to check your weight every day. How do you do that? You go step on the scales. Well, gee, that doesn't sound like much fun, because someday I might get really depressed. Well, yeah, you might get depressed. If it's heavy, you might get depressed. But by the same token, you'll know what you need to do, where you need to go. If you want to get your weight lowered, you know that you have to eat less. You know that you have to exercise more. You can do something about it. Unlike the weather, the stock market, or the sports scores, it's something you can do about. Same way with daily accomplishments. We all set different things that we want to accomplish in the day, whether it's meeting a certain number of people, making a certain number of phone calls, whatever it is. We should check and see how we did yesterday on that. And do we want to improve on that today? Can we at least do as many? We can check on that, and it might not be good news. We might not have reached our daily accomplishments we'd set for our day, but we can do something about it. Unlike the weather, the stock market, and the scores, we can do something about it. We have a lot more power with these type of things that can really change our lives. And they're just checking on them every day, just like we would check on the weather, the stock market, and the scores. Whether it's same way with any business or personal goals. We all have that when we're with a business. We've got goals that are set, things we've got to get done, whether it's produce a certain number of graphics or contact a certain number of people or respond to a certain number of inquiries, whatever it is. We have to check on that to see where we're at, to know what we need to do today. That's how we figure out what we need to do today, is by checking what we did yesterday. And that's what the weight, the daily accomplishments, and the personal and goals do for us. We can do something about it, not just read about it, get upset about it like with the weather, the stock market, or the scores. Have a great day, and don't forget to check some things, all right?